Hi everybody, it's Mandy here. I'm in my home studio and I want to talk to you about how to use a spinal strip to release tension along your spine and free up your shoulders. Okay, so this is what I call a spinal strip. I use these in all my classes, almost every class, and they're amazing at how much tension that they can release in your body. So the main thing you want to know is what to do with it. Where do you put it on your back when you lay down? I'm going to show you by turning around. So you'll want to put the strip at the base of your shoulder blades. So my shoulder blades are right about here. On women, this is around the bra strap area at thoracic T7 or T8. So it'll be about here on my back when I lay down. If you're a man and you don't have a bra strap, you can also find it by figuring out where your ribs are, touching your ribs, and then feeling where they come together in the front at the base of the sternum. The strip will be directly opposite of that on your back. All right, so you're going to keep your feet on the ground, knees up. Your bum is a little bit away from the strip, and you'll slowly come onto your elbows and lay back onto the strip. Basically, this is doing a lot of releasing of thoracic tension right here. So this is basically a restorative posture. You just lay here for up to 5 minutes, relaxing, breathing, and letting go. Sometimes you might find yourself arching away from it. Do your best to let your spine settle onto the strip. For many people, this feels good. For some people, it doesn't feel good. So if you're one of those where it doesn't feel good, stay there for 3 to 5 breaths, focusing on breathing and relaxing. And if it starts to get more comfortable, then you can stay on it. But if it gets more uncomfortable, the more you settle into it, then you'll want to take the strip away because it's just not appropriate for you at this time. You can still, we're going to do some arm movements with this in a minute. And you can still do the arm movements even if you don't have a strip underneath you. It's still very effective. So if you can lay flat comfortably, just stay with me and we can do that. All right, so now we're going to do what's called pullovers. So it's flexion at the shoulder joint. You're going to bring your arms to the sky. Relax your shoulders down towards the floor. You'll feel your shoulder blades coming together on the spinal strip. It should feel pretty good, pretty nice. You want to make sure your hands are over your shoulders to begin with. You can have your thumb tips touching each other. You can also hold on to a strap. Some people really like that. All right. So then we're going to start to slowly bring your arms back towards the floor behind you. And as you do that, one thing you'll be watching for is if your rib cage starts to lift to bring your arms back, then you're moving into your back. And what we're working on here is improving the range of motion in our shoulder joint. If we start to use our back, then we really aren't improving the range of motion at our shoulder joint. So we want to be really conscious of stopping when we get beyond our pure range. So let's say my end range is right here. I'm just going to move back and forth, very slowly, keeping the shoulders relaxed, breathing easy, just moving in my pure range of motion. So I talked about one compensation, which is the rib cage lifting, but there's lots of other things you could be feeling in your body. As your arms go back, you may feel more tension in your neck. You will want to stop as soon as you start to feel the tension in your neck. And maybe you feel a click in your shoulder as you start to go back. If you feel that clicking, then you want to stay on this side of that clicking and you don't want to go into the click, because that just means that that's a compensation or something's not right. So also maybe your elbow starts to bend Like as you start to go back, everything's fine, and then all of a sudden to get further back, the elbows have to bend. That's a sign that you should stay in a smaller range. Another thing I've seen sometimes is I've seen the arm roll, like the hand kind of wants to roll out. So there's all different kinds of things that you may notice as your hands go further back towards the floor. But what you want to pay attention to is just moving in the range where it feels really easy. It almost feels like you're doing nothing. That's the tricky part. Being like, am I doing anything? Trust me, you are. Trust me. I know it from my own experience. I've spent a lot of time in a very small range, and I've improved my shoulder mobility quite a bit. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, I forgot one more thing. You can fold this up and double it, which adds more chest opening, basically. So, I hope you give that a try. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to you later. Have great practice.